Hello, my name is Melody Chu, and this is my third vlog for my COMM 45 class in San Jose State. Today I'll be talking about 3 articles from Reading Pop Culture, Chapter 5, Television. So, let's get started. Okay. In the first article, girls. The author talked about how girls are represented in TV shows. When she was young, girls were growing up watching TV shows like Friends or Girls. She mentioned that TV is like an important part of shaping the girls' view, and it's an important part of their girlhood. However, some TV shows like Girls doesn't have it's not representative enough, and yeah, it's a voice of their generation, but some of the characters in the TV show doesn't feel real. It feels like caricature, as the author mentioned. It's like creating like a fictional character and like reflect. Yeah, and also in the show Girls, there's like huge absence of different race. And as the author see, and the TV show only had mainly the actors mainly are white people instead of people of color. There were some people of color characters, but they're not like the major part of the show. Yeah, and she also sees like the white dominance in the literal event, and she like really sees story as woman in people of color. In my opinion, I think this situation is getting better as more female dominant TV shows are represented in like for example the new Cinderella show from Amazon Prime. Like the main character is not it's not like the usual white girl. It's like it's a different setting and a different it's a different setting and a different racial background, but it still can be entertaining and fun. Okay, and the second article, apocalyptic strain in popular culture, the American nightmare becomes the American dream. This one is a long one, and the TV, like the author mentioned, the TV represents America's nightmare, since more and more like horror genres like feature monsters like zombies or vampires, like getting more and more appearance in the TV production. Yeah, he mentioned like it's like a new kind of American dream instead of the 1950s, and like the TV usually shows like the perfect American family, or the perfect American dream, instead of fantasy creatures. Yeah, and it also mentioned like America relies on institutions to shape them, like government or something. This part I don't really understand what he's saying about it, but I guess like TV media can have a huge impact on like people's thinking and like their thoughts. Yeah, and like the author like also mentioned, American dream becomes like more material. Like yeah, it's like usually a dream is like getting a good job, like getting a house or something. Yeah, but like they could just spend more, but like in like some new TV shows, they like the characters is not only focusing at the material, like the outside things, but like they get to like spend more time with their family, like emphasize the importance of the family. Yeah. And for the third article, Netflix and the future of television. And it talks about how Netflix becomes like the huge, like the top of the streaming services from like a small company who rents DVDs to people. And I think this article is pretty interesting since how Netflix is growing like this big now. Yeah, and the author mentioned in the beginning, Netflix was built was created for running DVD services, and they started their streaming services in 2007. And they mentioned the people should got good control. They describe streaming services as like the visual library, instead of waiting in front of the television and waiting was being broadcast. With streaming services, you can choose whatever you want to see with like much episodes. Like you don't have to wait every week to see a TV program. You can just watch it all at the same time. Yeah, and it also mention Amazon Prime and Apple with other streaming services, and they also mention YouTube, which is like the biggest video platform now in the world, and like many people put contents on it. Yeah, TV has changed from the past. Like most people watch not TV, like programs or like movies, shows on their streaming services instead of TV, instead of like traditional televisions. Yeah. I think it's pretty interesting to see how the author described the history of Netflix and compared to how Netflix growing this such big big it's like a big company, like the major services. Yeah, and it's also changed the way people of receiving media, and I think that is pretty interesting. Thank you for watching.